Hey YouTube, video number 4 for today, 3 in a row wearing this old thing. Don't judge, it's been like 2 hours I've been wearing this, so I'm not a bum. Watched a video on YouTube, clearly, because I love YouTube. YouTube's awesome, thanks. People at YouTube, you rock. Video about homosexuality, and this guy right here, big fan of the LGBT movement for equal rights. It's the modern civil rights movement, and it was put out by some, I don't remember, it was some fundamental Christian garbage, whatever it is. It's inexcusable, it's stupid. And so this, in one portion, it was a short video, but in one portion, this fellow and his wife were angry that the children, kindergarten children, his child being one of them, were given books, and in one of the books, it made known to these children that there is such thing as a same-sex couple. In the children's book, it had, I don't remember the names, but it was the child that had two fathers. And I don't see anything intrinsically wrong with that. It was a silly thing to quarrel about. If you don't want your kids to learn about reality, then do what every other person that wants that does, and homeschool your kids and teach them that the world is 6,000 years old and see how far they get in life. Define marriage. We want to redefine marriage. Read the Bible, because Jesus doesn't talk about marriage at all. It's not a New Testament subject. It's an Old Testament subject, and we can look in the Torah. I think it's Leviticus. I'm not 100% sure which exact book all this crazy stuff is mentioned, but all in all, it's some crazy stuff. You could sell your daughter, you can murder your children if they disobey you, you can murder your wife if she disobeys you. It was very misogynistic and very immoral. I wouldn't call any of these things moral. It was a very immoral book, and it's stupid if you really live by these. And to take it even further, if we're gonna uphold these silly and ancient laws, let's start killing people that work on the Sabbath, because that's in there. Let's stone those people. You're either all or nothing. You can't cherry pick. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. You can't pick the passages that you like best. Don't be a cafeteria Christian. What is normal? Okay, well, you're gonna say that being homosexual is an abomination. Look at nature. If we're gonna look at what's normal, let's look at the natural world around us and let that tell us what's normal. Over 1,500 species practice homosexuality. So, resoundingly, it's not a never-occurring event in nature. So we shouldn't look on it as an abomination. If you want to call it an abomination, don't use the natural world as your defense for such a statement or a claim. Use your own bigotry and your own fear, perhaps, of such a thing. Don't bring the natural world into it because it disagrees with you, resoundingly. The man mentioned that his child's being indoctrinated by the public schools. Indoctrinated into what? The realm of reality? Into actuality? I don't know. They're not telling kids to be gay. They're telling them that, in the real world, gay people exist. It's something we're going to have to get used to eventually, if you like it or not. I don't care if you like it or not. You can't do anything about it. That's the main idea. So it's not indoctrination. We're also indoctrinating our children to learn how to spell. We're indoctrinating them into the outlandish world of Dr. Seuss. It's silly. Appropriateness of reality. Is reality appropriate to teach to our children? Clearly we're not going to go and spoil their fun by saying Santa Claus is not real and all of this stuff. Even though, he's not. would just be a little bit insensitive. I don't think it's insensitive to teach children that homosexuality is a real thing and that it's not a bad thing. Regardless, if you think it's a bad thing, then you're a stupid person and your opinion means nothing. And you should I hope you don't take your kid and homeschool them, because they'll just turn out as stupid and biased and bigoted as you are. That's the last thing the world needs. And the discussion is what is being pointed to as wrong, which bothers me. There's never a bad thing that comes out of discussing and debating and sometimes arguing your point. Even if we can have a discussion on religion and theism and all of this, and it leaves us at least knowing the other side a little bit, and maybe it puts a little thought in your head that you didn't have before. But there's never anything wrong with having a discussion. There is something wrong in stifling and stymieing discussions and not allowing a discussion. You're a toddler. La 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 la. I don't want to hear it. That's what a toddler does. It's what a child does. Time to grow up. Be an adult. And if you don't want to be an adult, then don't infect the minds of your children and ruin their lives and make them as bigoted and crutched as you are. So with discussing, it's not wrong. Discussing things that go against his truth, obviously in reference to the Judeo-Christian God of Abraham. I've said this in videos before, it's not truth. Truth can be proven. If it can be proven, it's a fact, and if it's a fact, you don't have to believe it. Religion is belief, religion is faith. So, by definition, religion has no truth, has no proof. And even if you want to call it truth, whatever these crazy allegations are throwing around, it's pretty mean and gory. We've already gone over the stoning of those who defy God's law and work on the Sabbath, the murdering of one's children if they disobey, the selling of one's daughter, and rules about the selling of one's daughter. Rules about owning slaves is extensively gone over in Leviticus. Apparently it was okay for in the eyes of the God of Abraham, to own a human being. I mean, that's not a truth. It's stupid and wrong, and we've grown out of that, people. We've grown out of these childish and immature things. We're taking tremendous steps forward as a human society, and we shouldn't let people like this hold us back. All in all, LGBT people that are gay, lesbian, transsexual, bisexual, they're people, just like you and me. Just like black people were in the 60s. They're people, just like you and me, and they deserve to be afforded the same exact rights that we all have, and that we all sometimes take for granted. It's a moral issue, and Christianity clearly has shown their lack of moral fiber. And all of theism shows their lack of moral fiber by opposing the equality of fellow humans, our brothers and sisters. So, that's my take on it. Any responses? If I said something wrong, point it out. I'll refute whatever I see is wrong and concede whenever I see I've been proven wrong. So, this is discussion, open discussion. Everything's open for debate. Everything's on the table. That's how it is. Get used to it, and have a great one, YouTube.